So you should see, and I'm going to turn off my video just to save on some bandwidth here. So you should see the iPad screen here. When you're, there's no, I mean, you may set a passcode, but there is no passcode set. And when you come in, you'll see any apps. This isn't an exact replica of what you see, but you'll see apps, and you can access any of them through the iPad. The main apps you'll want to use are, we've put a link for Schoology on the page and that Clever app. You'll also see different apps that your teacher will talk to your child about. You don't need to worry about them yet, such as Reading Eggs, First in Math, Brain Pop, things, Dreambox, apps like that. Again, no need to worry about setting those up yet. Your child's teacher will talk about those as the time's appropriate. The two I want to talk about today are Clever. You should have, when your child received their iPad, a QR code. And we've heard some folks are saying, well, what do I do with that QR code? That QR code is a great tool for our little ones who really don't have letter recognition yet on a keyboard, and to help you out as parents be able to log in without having to type that username and password. We do have to do that for Schoology, but outside of that, so if for some of the apps we use, if you tap on the Clever app, you're going to get a camera, and I'm going to switch. If you see in the top right hand corner, it's coming up at me at my ceiling right now, but if I tap in the top corner, it switches that camera around, and I have a sample QR code here. It will recognize that. It's being a little slow because I'm sharing, so I'm going to try to give it time. It's scanning it and going in, and it's now going to flip me right to Clever's webpage. Again, this is a sample student for confidentiality's sake, obviously, so I won't see all the links that you might see with your kindergartner, but those links up at the top will link. You'll see there's instant login applications, there's Reading Eggs, Discovery Education. Again, you'll see Dreambox, you will see First in Math, things like that. And when you tap on those, it will launch the app for you and log your child in right away. Because again, we know kindergartners, we don't want to waste time on trying to get students logged in. We want them to be in and be able to work right away. So Clever is to automatically log you into apps. You're also going to see a Schoology icon on the page. Instead of using the app, we have decided to use the website even on the iPad. It works much better. It's a much better experience, we feel. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on that, and it is going to launch Safari and launch me into a Google account page asking me to log in. Now, I've logged in before. You may the first time have to log in for your kindergartner and type that username that Mr. Wilczek talked about in the beginning of this presentation. I already have a student, and so I'm going to tap on their name. I've added them already. I may, once in a while, again, I may have to type in the password, and that will log me into Schoology. What's nice about using it this way is your experience, if you have a kindergartner or a upper grade student, will be the same from using Schoology this way. Mr. Wilczek's going to talk about navigating Schoology and look at Schoology, but this way Schoology looks exactly the same for your kindergartner as it does for a student in any other grade who is using a Chromebook. And again, Mr. Wilczek's going to talk about how to navigate Schoology. So those really are your basics. You do have, again, all other apps, and all those apps I talked about through Clever will appear, but you really want to log in. That Clever system and that badge for your student will let you automatically log in and go to those apps as needed.